What's up, everybody? So October 3rd, 2021, and we're getting into the last 3 months of this year, which I posted my Instagram story. Is just insane. Time to buckle down because in a couple of months you'll be making New Year's resolutions. So the best time to crush it's right now. This is the weekly outlook video. It's going to be a pretty big week, and some interesting stuff happened on Friday. So I'm going to talk about gold. Going to talk about the dollar. It's usually the rundown for for the weekly outlook video. Is, you know, I like to always address what's going on the dollar because typically I'm trading New York session, but big news, we're going to start live trading UK session in the Accelerator. It's going to be scalping sessions for US30 specifically. So it's going to be sick. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, getting that ironed out this week. So 6 live trading sessions. I'll be holding down New York. So October 4th, Monday, we have OPEC, which is going to mean some interesting moves if you're trading Canadian dollars. So be on the lookout for that. Be prepared for that. The RBA rate statement is on Monday night. So also NZD interest rate. So it's going to be a big week for the Pacific Asian currencies, and definitely something to keep track of. And that's early in the week. And then closing it out to end the week, we have NFP next this Friday. So, and I'll also be live trading NFP. So we're gonna be, if you're in the Accelerator, a lot of time to trade live with me. And if you want to make it happen, this is the week to do it. So we also have Canadian unemployment and NFP and US unemployment, which is going to be, these unemployment numbers, maybe it's not going to show so much this month, but coming up because of all these layoffs, because of the crazy vax jab, you know what I'm saying, mandates, and people losing their jobs, people getting fired, New York, nurses, it's not going to be good. Let me put it that way. So, and that's looming on the horizon. So, but let's take a look here at NZD USD, because we have a lot of stuff going on with New Zealand dollar, or New Zealand and Aussie, like I pointed out, coming into the upcoming week for Monday and Tuesday. And we tested a pretty significant area here for NZD, right? For New Zealand dollar. And we're right here at this envelope. Now, I'm not completely convinced that this move is over because I'll tell you why. Let's go to Aussie US dollar, which we're in a bit of a breakout mode here on these dollar pairs. I don't know for sure if this is going to stick around, but we're getting pretty close to it. And I am thinking that the possibility that we break down a little bit more for the dollar is there. But, you know, look at the dollar index. We're still very bullish. You can go on the 4-hour here, and it does kind of look like we have some room to break down some more. So what does that mean exactly? We'll change this up a little bit. I had it set on my scalping strategies, but what's that mean? So dollar has been, as you well know, for sure, we've been super bullish. We just came into this zone up here. Got a bit of rejection in this zone right here. And I am looking for us early in the week to pull back a little bit as we go into NFP on Friday. So, you know, one thing's for sure with NFP, you got to be careful because anything can happen. And, you know, in my opinion, this is where they already know where they want to take the market. So it's just an excuse to drive it around and push it around a little bit more. Euro dollar, massive breakdown last week, and we finally got some recovery a bit. So we'll see if this is it. If this is it for the recovery, we got pretty divergent down here on my momentum indicator, signaling a potential move higher. And I wouldn't rule out the fact that we could definitely retest this envelope, potentially even the 200 SMA which would be right at this zone right here on 116.72. So, and why I say that for GU or EU rather, pound dollar got some nice moves too, which it looks like, you know, we're setting up for a potential inverted head and shoulders here, kind of. But gold, right? So we had a big turnaround going into, you know, Thursday night and then Friday, and we entered in some good trades here, some good signals on gold that were sent out. And what I was looking at, and we can go to the 15-minute here, this nice dip into the momentum. Here we had this big breakout. I've seen this pattern tons of times before. In fact, you know, you could say this is a triangle. We'll move that off there, move that off there. And this is our setup yesterday or Friday. On the 30-minute, so I wouldn't rule out some sort of pullback into this level, but we need to break out. And big shout out from Cassie in the accelerator, because we were on the call live and we're talking about it. And I was like, okay, I just entered gold right here. And, you know, and we made some profits, but she was the prudent one. It was like, we have this trend line at 19 or 1760 level. I'm waiting for us to break out of here. You could draw it two ways. This is the second point we touched. And this is the first, right? So we tried to break, bit of a rejection, but we're looking pretty strong here on the hourly. So I'm going to be looking to buy dips on gold as long as this continues. Now, if we're looking at gold there, we can look at the breakdown on US dollar yen. We got pretty heavy there on Friday. Now, of course, UJ just went straight crazy 200 pip move. Well, 280 pip move, I should say. Man, what a rally, dude. I wish I got into that on the long side. And it's pretty relentless. See if I could have had, so I have these presets with the momentum here. Basically, this would have been the cross. You can see this is the cross from the momentum here. This is when we turn bullish. And this is going to be our entry when we break back inside, right? So this is the entry, and you can tell, but totally missed that move. It's all good. But it's looking really heavy and it's looking pretty bearish. So we'll see if this downtrend continues, or at least a pullback. And if it does, I think we could be moving into some pretty high numbers here in gold. 1775. This big imbalance up here we've been talking about in our accelerator group on our calls. If you go on the 4-hour, this is, you know, by anybody definition, a breakout. So, but be careful. There will be some stop hunts the short side if we really take off here, but it's a huge opportunity. At the very least, 1780 to this around this 200 SMA. These highs here, these wicks, 1780, going to be a great target, and that's 200 pips from where we are now. So it's going to be a huge week, everybody. Big announcements for the accelerator. Like I said, we're going to do 3 more live calls, and I'm working on preparing an EA. I've already prepared it. I've been using it behind the scenes, testing it, and I've actually used it to pass some FTMO trials. And it's pretty sick. It's a trend directional EA, and it's really good for managing risk and trade management as well. And you know how you could use it is you can, like, what I do is I put it on a demo account. It takes trades because I'm trading on funded account, and you know I need to use a bit of discretion. I can look at the trades it takes, then match it up with my own analysis, and it can really help pinpoint spots in the market. So I'm going to be releasing that in the accelerator group for people to help them get funded with a training outlining exactly how I use it, how I think the best way to go about it. So that's going to be coming soon in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be epic, and it's going to give you every chance to actually make it happen for yourself, get funded, and now's the time to do it, because we live in a crazy world. So securing some funds for yourself, having a way to actually make money, be in control. You're the one that decides what mandates you will have. If you want it, if you don't want it, doesn't matter. I don't care, but you should be the one to decide that. So being able to trade, being able to get funded, and being able to get some control and security on your life, I know for me, is the most important thing I can do. So if you want to join our team, click the link below, fill out the form. If you already have, shoot me a message. Now's the week to do it. And let's crush it this week, everybody. See you in the chat rooms, or see you on the live calls. Peace.